Good morning, everyone. It's London time again. Hello, hello. 1:54. It is. Hope everyone is doing well. We have a nice sunny day again. We had so much rain here. It's just crazy. I'm happy to have some sun again. And there's a lot of floodings countrywide. So there's a lot of issues around the country. But anyway, we're doing good here. Nice weather. Let's get into it. How are you doing, guys? Anyone trade Asia or late afternoon? I did not. It was a beautiful afternoon and morning session in New York yesterday. Good morning, Nekarov. Haha. Let's ease into it. Gonna ease into it today. So we are finally in our large N walk, which we created in the beginning of the week. It's Thursday today, right? I'm gonna put on. I need I need copy. Because it's Thursday, I'm going to start looking at the weekly range. Where are we in the weekly range to see if we get a to start tracking the TGIF, because sometimes you get on TGIF on Thursday already. Okay, let's see, where are we? TGIF, here we go. I want to see where we're at. Okay. Now we are at 20% of the weekly range on NQ already. So we moved all the way back. So are we going to get a TGIF? Are we going to go for the highs of the week? Right? The weekly highs are here. Let's see. Okay, so we moved all the way back into the range. So yesterday afternoon, it was quite nice to see that in the morning I used the 15-minute breaker, and in the afternoon I didn't trade it. I was just watching, like, are they going to respect this 4-hour breaker here? So we moved into the 10 o'clock. We made the high. We tapped into the N walk, right? And then we moved down on the 4-hour, and we were retesting this 4-hour break. And then the 2 o'clock, so the PM session, had a continuation and then Asia went into the N walk. So they're definitely using those higher time frame breakers right now. So it's nice to see. I mentioned it in the AM session. Let's watch the 4-hour. I marked this one first, but I said this one could be in play as well. So if we break through this one, look at this one. And it did it exactly that. And then it used the 2 AM 4-hour candle to distribute further. So this was not a distribution 4-hour candle. There was a lot of manipulation in this one. But still, it was a beautiful trade in the morning. I mean, it was pretty clean. Up until 11, and then it got a little bit, we started moving downwards again. Nice. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to put these on because I want to see my N wall. Oh, something else I want to go over. Let me again mark it. I've got a lot of information on here, but I need that. So this wick, the daily wick I'm using. Okay, I'm wondering if we should use this one here. Discount. Below. We have a daily volume imbalance. I'm going to mark here. Okay. Yeah, we got a lot of wicks here on the 4-hour previous. So okay. I'm going to take this off. Midnight is here, and midnight is exactly on the bottom of the volume imbalance. So I'm going to take the volume imbalance off. Midnight is here. Let's see if we can make it up to midnight. I'm not going to trade yet. I'm not interested yet, but midnight is also the midpoint of the N walk. Okay. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? We also created a gap between the 2-hour, 4-hour candle and this one here. Let's see. I need to mark that one. This gap here. It's more important. This gap is more important. It's not the N walk. It's actually not the N walk at all. This is a okay. There's an interesting gap. So this formed yesterday between 2 and 6 on the 4-hour. So there's no candles here. Yeah, I'm doing great. We have sun again. It's not raining as we have. It's been crazy countrywide. Okay, so guys, this is an important gap for me. On the 1-hour as well, you can see this candle. We created this gap between 4 and 6. I guess it will be the end. No, is it an end dog? Not really. The N dog is between 5 and 6, so this is an interesting one. Let me just put on the N dog, because normally the N dog is between 5 and 6. I'm not going to put it on, never mind. It's just interesting area, this. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. The temperature, well, on the air conditioning it says 24 outside. I have the fan on, but let me check, because I need to know if I go to the beach if I can walk bare feet or not. Because if it's too hot, you can't walk on the set. What's the temperature today? 26. It's going to be 30 degrees today, max. 31. Yeah, it's going to be 31 max today. I love it when it's over 25, 26. I hate it when it's below. But anyway, so for me now, my interest on NQ is more to wait. Why? We got midnight above us. We are in a market maker. You can see we are on the lower time frame. I would think we are bullish. On the higher time frame, I see this large wick in an imbalance. So I really want to wait here to see if we manage to get into this wick here. I'm going to grade this wick. I'm going to take this off. I don't know what you are. It's old data. It was a beautiful trade, by the way, yesterday morning. It was so clean. The 15-minute breaker retest in combination with the small opening range gap yesterday. The manipulation was very, very clear. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Going into the wick. Now, what I would like to see is if we reject here in this wick, if we could go back higher into this fair value gap. We did tap into it, right? A little bit here, but maybe we could go higher into midnight to finalize the market maker model. Or are we done, right? Okay. Enough on the higher time frame. Let me quickly go to the 15 here. This was such a beautiful area yesterday. So this was that 15-minute breaker they used for the morning session. This breaker here. We opened up, we manipulated through the opening range gap. When you have a small gap, a lot of the times the first move, if it goes into opening range straight away and it goes down and fills it, with filling I mean one way down, a lot of the time it's the manipulation move. So I did have some drawdown here because I got back in when we started moving up, and it went down again deeper into this breaker, and then we started moving back up. But it was pretty clean. And you can see here. And then after 11 o'clock, it used the 4-hour breaker. Here we go. I'll show you guys. It did the same thing on the 4-hour. It was time is it's so fractal. This is the breaker, and the 4-hour went all the way into it, but we went below it with the wick. It was beautiful. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Let's see now. Um, Hydrogen, you think it's going to drop now 300 points? Could be. Could be. You're thinking it's going to go into this area. I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. If I miss the initial move, I'm okay with that. This is the weekly candle. Yeah, 100,000 followers. I don't know if I want that, if that comes with a lot of trolls and getting it unpersonal. So, yeah, I wanted to have it the balance of, I obviously want to grow, but I don't want to have this a different atmosphere. So I would rather grow very slowly and keep it the way we are. And I would rather keep it a little bit smaller and personal, yes. So, I totally agree, Michael, but I think I want to really, I think that's really what I want to achieve as well, finding the balance. And maybe at some point it might have to result in, well, we'll see, but it's the main thing. Yeah, we all want a 300-point move. Hey, listen, Hydrogen, if I miss a 100-point move, I'll be upset. I will be upset. But I'm also at the point that I'm like, you know what? Even though it will be a 300-point move, if I miss the first part, there will be another, there will be more confirmation. For me, I don't have any confirmation in this area right now. So if I miss it, I miss it because I'm just not, I guess I didn't have enough coffee to see it. Let me quickly take a sip because if I miss it, I'm going to be upset. But look what's happening at 7:02 exactly. I'm wondering if the time is right because we just got into that 4-hour wick, and most of the times when you have a large wick, it doesn't go straight through it. It needs to rebalance that wick because a wick, I keep repeating myself, a wick is a lot of imbalances, and in imbalance, it becomes liquidity afterwards, if that makes sense. Hey Jane, everybody's eager for that drop already, guys. I need to calm you down. I need to calm you guys down a little bit. It's okay to miss a move, and better to have confirmation than already wanting it too soon and get your face ripped off, right? Um, Let me show you again. Oh, the daily. Sorry, I said the 4 hour. My bad. My bad. My bad. I said the yeah. I said. Okay. Looking at the daily, does this look bearish to you? Hey, Freighter Redox. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We're in a one. We're at the daily. We're in that N walk, right? And we're also in a day in yesterday's daily wick. And again, I'm going to repeat myself over and over and over. A wick on the lower time frame is a lot of gaps, and gaps need to be rebalanced, and rebalancing takes time. So until we take a good bunch of liquidity, now we're just rebalancing. We haven't taken liquidity at all. If we would take some liquidity here, then we might be able to we have enough to get a nice drop. But right now, for me, it's just balancing out an area of imbalance, if it makes sense. Now, it could still drop, yes. But look at this large candle. Will this be a smooth run to the downside? And also on the weekly, like I showed you, we moved all the way back up. This is the low. We were yesterday, we created the weekly low yesterday. We went all the way back up into the weekly range, and we are at 20% right now. We've got an order block here, a bullish order block. You first want confirmation that we break through this before you want to say, am I bearish or bullish? Now for me, I would mark the half, but I already see that 50% of the weekly range is around that area. So for me, I would like, okay, I'm just going to wait and see how we're going to behave in this area before I say, okay, I'm going to go bullish, I'm going to go bearish. I mean, so this is a very indecisive area, exactly. Who said that? Michael. Yeah. So this is an area you just want to wait. Especially this is on the 1 hour, we are exactly in this 1 hour gap as well. We're bouncing off 702 of this small range on the 1 minute, on a dealing range on the 1 minute. So for me, this is very, okay, I'm just going to wait. I'm not interested in engaging all. And if it does drop, I'm going to miss it, and that's fine. But I don't think it's going to drop straight through this. This is going to be a barrier. Does it make sense? And also look, on the 1 hour, look at these highs here. It's almost equal, right? Yes. And we already said we don't dibble in the middle, right? I want to see a clear AMD, at least on the 15-minute, before I enter a 300-point trade. Let's see what a 15-minute is giving us. Oh well, we are in the A. We are in the A. So we're waiting for the M, and then we go for the D. Hey, J007, great clean price action. Yes, it's clean enough to tell us we're not, I mean, it's clean enough for me to say I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait, and if I miss something, I miss it. That's okay. Let's have a look at gold, guys. But does it make sense? We do have a nice fair value gap here on the 15. Exactly around that 50%, which also is the midpoint of that order block, right? Of that bullish order block. So I might be interested in a short on the way into this area, but let's see, because it could manipulate a lot of, because the daily looks horrible in the sense of we are really in this area now. Let's watch if the body is staying below the 50%. That's right over here. The bodies are below the midpoint of the N walk from this week, right? You can see the N walk right over here. So the bodies are staying below the midpoint. Okay, GC quickly. So yesterday I noticed we had a 1-hour market structure shift on gold here. We retested it a little bit here, but we did not really go into this fair value gap. We went lower and we're just accumulating here. And then on the daily, what did I see on the daily? A beautiful wick. I would love it to see get into this wick and then go down and take a short somewhere, just so that I just want a little tab into this area here. Then I'm aiming for a short on gold somewhere from here. If not, if it's going to break through this area, obviously not. But I want to see. I think I'm going to put an alarm here. But if I put an alarm here and it goes when you guys are, when it's on, it's gonna freak you out, so that's why I don't do it. I know I can change the sound, but you know, the alarm, the point of the alarm is an alarm. But I did it one time on stream, and it was, oh my god, people were just like, what the hell is that? So I'm just looking for this. I want to retest. So just tap maybe rejecting this rejection block here on the 1 hour, or maybe even on the 4 hour. Let's see how the 4 hour looks. So yeah, I would love it to go into here, and then maybe get a reversal, or maybe even higher. We'll see. But that will be my dream scenario. And then I would love it to go into this area. This is a totally unfilled opening range gap. 2 of them. One of Tuesday and one of Monday. So I'm watching gold. I'm watching gold very closely. And in all honesty, NQ looks more bullish to me than bearish. Breaker, 4 hour breaker again. I'm more bullish than bearish on NQ. So NQ, yeah. So I don't think we're done distributing to the upside on NQ, to be honest. We even have a 4 hour market structure shift, right? You see that? So if this would be the breaker, I would love to see a retest. Did somebody mention this? I think somebody already, Jane 24470. No, I would love to see a retest of the breaker. So that's this area here. Shoulder gold, that is not, it does not have to close the N walk. It is about balancing out an N walk. So that means you want buy side and sell side. It does not have to close an N walk. It could go halfway and go down and revisit it later. It is not, something does not have to happen because it's N walk. It's not about closing the N walk. It's about balancing an N walk. If we would get buy side through it, so what happens now is it's going to balance out one area. That means back and forth, back and forth. It doesn't have to close it. It's about balancing an area, which could also be just 1/10, 1/4, half of it. So it's a wrong way of looking. I hear people all the time say, oh, it filled the N walk, and then it just is one pass through. It is totally not filled when you have only buy side or sell side, and it doesn't have to close the N walk. That's a totally wrong way of looking at things. Is it balancing out one area of the N walk? Maybe it's just going to balance out the until the midpoint and then goes back down. Could be, but then that area is a balanced price range. It doesn't have to be the full N walk. It could be half of the N walk. If it balances out the N walk and that area becomes a balanced price range, there is no need for it to come back to that area for a long time. If it balances out maybe 1/4. So it's a totally wrong way of looking at it. Oh, it needs to fill it. What do you mean? One pass through? What does it mean? And what does it tell you? It will never go there again when you only have one pass to it? No. You have to look at it as a balanced price. When is a price range balanced? So that's why I go through different time frames. Is it balanced on the 1 hour? Is it balanced on the daily? Is it balanced on the 15-minute? Because if I'm a distribution trader, preferably on the 4 hour, so I look for those unbalanced price range on the 4 hour, and specifically using opening range gaps, N walks, and other things that where I can make it easy for myself how to read the market. But saying like, oh, we need to close the N walk is a totally nonsensical thing to how to look at the market, if that makes sense. A pass through is nothing. You want it balanced. You look at balanced price ranges. And the first pass through is half, is the start. But if you see that half of it is already starting to be balanced with sell side and buy side, you have to be aware, oh, I've got buy side, sell side in half of the N walk already. Are we going to go to the downside? Because then it doesn't have to go up into the rest of the N walk anymore for the time being. Then it might have enough liquidity to make a move down. It depends on the situation, right? So just being focused on it, and it's about looking at it differently. What area is balanced? If I see that the midpoint, below the midpoint, is totally rebalanced and it's having buy side, I'm aware, like, oh my God, maybe we're going down instead of up. You have to be aware of that. And it might revisit it later. And then you mark it. That's why I have all these little areas marked, which is still open. Like this area here was open, was a long time ago. This green one is a partially unfilled gap. And we still didn't fill it. We went back up. We filled 3/4 and it went back up. But I still mark it here because it's still an area that is remaining. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's about balanced price ranges. Now you can see already here on the 4-hour, even if we would go up, we still have a little gap here, right? So it's just forming wicks on the 4-hour here as well. So I see this little area here, this imbalance. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Are they going to use it maybe if we get a run up for the TGIF? You know, so let's say I'm already making scenarios in my head, like, okay, we created a little imbalance here. Oh, not a little one, it's a big one. So let's say we are going to go up, 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 and we might get a TGIF. Then I want a 4-hour candle closing this gap, right? So I'm actually hoping that we are not going to fill this gap now. I want this actually to move away, which we are. And then maybe if we get a TGIF, then we get a rundown, and then it closes this gap, for example. That's a scenario I'm already making in my head. Like, why are they forming this gap in this N walk? So that's how I'm already thinking. Now on the 1-hour, you're going to see something different, right? You still see a gap here. On the 15, you don't see a gap anymore. So if you don't look at the higher, oh, you see here a little one. But I'm already having this in my mind now. Okay, wicks gap, 20% in the weekly range. Are we going to go higher and then fill this later? But I want a body closure here at some point. Mm. Okay, guys. I'm not interested in trading at all because of this of the wicks. I'm going to wait until it breaks one of these wicks. Yeah, so if I see an area like this on the higher time frame, you know, on the 5-minute, you can see low resistance liquidity run coming, right? It looks very, this looks very well set up. I might miss it, but I just don't want to play this area until we get out of this wiki area a little bit. I'm just not interested in that. Yeah. So you see what they're doing in the daily in this N walk. It's just wicks. It's just a lot of manipulation, right? Hey, Alex, how are you doing? Um, for me, it's just an area where they're just manipulating all the time. There's no bodies in there. There's hardly a. We only have this body now of this daily candle at the moment, but yesterday just formed. If you look at the daily candle here, this is that N walk we're talking about. We just have a wick into it. We don't have a daily. Well, now we are getting this daily candle, which is above the 50% of that wick, but below the 50% of the N walk. So for me, it's so indecisive if I look at the higher time frame. So I just rather stay out of it, even though I'm like, we're near midnight, and obviously, are we going to go up? But do we have a breaker on the 5 minute? No, this is not really this is just a one candle formation. Did we take any significant liquidity here? No. The monthly open is here, the weekly open is here. It is, for me, we did not take any. This is not a very high time frame PD array that has my interest, but we move up. Midnight is here, but we could go back down into this area to take liquidity, or are we going to go up first? So it's very indecisive for me. So you see what I mean? Monthly open is here. We went back up. It's just, this is for me a nothing burger. Shoulder gold, the bearish candle you have on the daily is at the wick going up to 25,680. No, 680 is the top of the N walk, right? The wick that I marked is this discount wick. The wick of 14th of January. And why did I use that wick? Because that is a downward wick and we went upwards. But now I just want to see if that's the wick I should use or not. But I like it because you can see we are above 50% of that wick, but we are below the 50% of the N walk. So we are in premium of that discount wick, if that makes sense. So could we go down? So that's also telling me we are above 50% of that discount wick. So that means we are above the midpoint. So that could mean we are done to the upside. But we still have midnight above us. So that's why I just see too many conflicting things. So how many people did I say from a short today? Just curious. It's such a how can I say that? Just having the feeling or just staying out of price action. And yes, sometimes you miss a move, but not anticipating and just being able to identify low probability areas is such a, for me, it just makes me so happy when I just see it and I'm just, okay, you know what, I didn't lose. These were the times that I would lose money, have losing trades, get frustrated, start over trading, and I started that loop, and my whole day would already be well, you have to play around with be adjust. Shoulder gold, you are on TradingView and you are not using the CFDs, right? You are on the futures contract. Just play around with the be adjust. I also am playing around with be adjust just to see, because sometimes there's differences as well, obviously, but not on the wicks now. Like also what ICT says, he looks for the gaps, he plays around with them, and he always marks the largest gap on both of them, because all the information is valid. It's not, there's not wrong or right, but sometimes the gap on the B adjust is because it has to do with the continuous contracts, right? You set it and you look at the if the gap is bigger, you mark the bigger ones, and then you go back to your chart that you want to play off. It doesn't matter what you want to. It is all about preference as well. NQ1, okay. I really don't know then shoulder gold, but this I also have. I'm also on the NQ1. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm also on the NQ1 here. My high on the 20th is the high of the NWOG as well. So that's 680. Oh, high. No, no, no. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, I see your confusion, shoulder gold. I see it. Let me just switch off the NWOG. Let me switch off the NWOG. It's 472. It's that NWOG. At the moment I said it, I realized. You see here, it's 472. So we have it's the same. I said it's the high of the NWOG, and like that's weird. So I think you had 472 as well, right? It's not the wick, it's the NWOG that you see. But I think you have the same. Yes, there you go. Okay, midnight is going to be tagged. Beautiful. Quickly have a look at gold. Oh, I like. I really like how gold is setting up. I really hope it's going to go into this wick here. Keeping an eye on it. Okay, let's see. Did I miss any messages? 25, 675 potential draw to 4-hour bearish. Just my opinion. I see a potential rejection block here. I don't know if we're gonna if we're gonna break the high during London. We'll see. DBT, hello, how are you doing? 5 was volume and back into 50% of the Asia range. We've seen it a couple of times this week, right? That didn't break the Asia range, or it took out, swept a little bit, but it didn't go. It didn't take the other side. I think we saw it already 2 or 3 times this week. It took one side of Asia and it did not. It did not take the other side. So Wix, be careful. Where I'm trading from? I'm trading from South Africa. Today from a sunny South Africa. Thank God. We've only had rain so much. Um, we didn't take the monthly open with 5. Oh, you're in Thailand and from New Zealand. Ooh, nice. Where in Thailand are you? And the weekly open 13 points. So it didn't take out the monthly open on 5 points. Always be aware when you see that. Be careful. Chiang Mai. Oh, nice, nice. Have you been living there all your a long time? I like Chiang Mai. Okay, now let's see. We're gonna reject here. I'm more interested in a short now. Hey, Poppy, what are you looking at yourself? You pretty? Are you looking at your pretty self? Okay, I think we're gonna reject here. Let me see. 0. Oh, are you so pretty, Gigi? Who is that? Who is that pretty girl? Who is that pretty girl? It's a pretty girl. Is that you? Yeah. Oh, sunny days. I've lived there. Where in South Africa? I'm in KwaZulu-Natal, Stowaway capital. I lived there 10 years and went away for a while, but I'm back here now. Nice. A sunny day. Who's a pretty? Oh, that's Maria. So I've got a TV screen there, and I've got a cat, and it's a black screen, obviously. So she's looking at herself. She is like she sees her own reflection. So my cat is looking at her own self, and sort of like she's really sitting like this, like, oh, you look nice. So that's why I'm saying are you a pretty girl? She is yeah. It's very funny to see like she realizes it's herself that she is watching. Oh, you have, oh wow. Yeah, I've got one. I've got two rescues. One is half Maine Coon and one is half African Wildcat. But she's domesticated. She's totally domesticated. Yes, we're talking about you. Well, GTNZ and Les D, welcome to the family. Pa-pa-pum. I'm still waiting, guys. You know me. I just don't want to trade when it's not clear to me. Hey, Cybermet, or Cybermet. I'm gonna call you Cybermet. So let's see if we are moving away from midnight, because obviously when we start accumulating around midnight again, we know what that means, right? We did this around that area, around the midpoint of Asia as well. So we really want to see displacement around away from midnight. So I'm sort of waiting for that. We've got previous day high here, which is also the weekly high, but we left this monthly open. Oh, anyone here trade futures options on this NQ? Oh, well, I'm actually GTN. That's interesting because I'm actually interested in getting back into to options again as well at some point. Yeah, sure. Are you trading futures options only, or do you trade the futures itself as well? Interesting to hear because I love options. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just being focused on I think it's a good way to hedge as well. So tell us more if you want to. Sure. Maybe I should make a in the Discord. Maybe it's. I think they'll have a tab for options. I think I should make a tab because I would love people who trade the options to share their. Did I other indices, commodities? I think I'll make a tab for stock. Oh, I do have a tab for stock options. Yeah, I mean it's still not being populated because we don't. Most of us are trading only the. But hey, feel free if you want to share stuff. I mean, I'm interested. I think it's good to have that insight as well. So feel free to join the Discord and share your insights because I'm sure more people are interested in it as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, feel free to share. I would love to see more of it. Definitely interested in the near future. For now, it's just gold and Q, and I'm sort of like busy with the with YouTube, and you know, I mean, I'm just 5 months in, so I don't want to add too much on my plate at the moment. But I'm definitely interested in branching out, and I would rather go into options than adding maybe more instruments or going back into stocks. I don't think I'll ever go back to stocks, but I think it will be options then as well. Yeah, yeah. Feel free to share. I would love to see your analysis and your logic because I've been out of options now for many years, so I really need to get back in. But it's something for me, definitely yes. But yeah, I shared the link of the Discord is pinned, so feel free. We're all about sharing and growing together there. It's all about sharing and a good vibe. And the Discord is also, I mean, it's still under, you know, being built. So it's also what, if you guys have anything or tips or what you like to see or added, let me know. See, there's no follow through, right? You can see there's no follow through. Yes, it makes a little move to the upside, but it does not really move in a way that really interests me at the moment. So I'm just not engaging, just waiting patiently. See, when you see this, we might make, oh my God, are we gonna make 4-hour babies? Um, Look at the 4-hour, guys. This is one 4-hour, second 4-hour. Now we're in the third 4-hour. I'm looking at 4-hour candles. Let's go have a look at the left. What do we see? Do we see similar? Okay, I can't really make anything out of that. Been trading futures and options for 31 years. Ooh. Mainly only trade NQESGC options and a few stocks options. Okay, interesting. Oh, I'd love to hear your if you want to share your knowledge, I would be highly grateful. NQESGC, well, that's what we do here. I think that will be really complementary of what we're doing. Wow. Well, GTNZ, if you want, I mean, I would love to have you in the Discord to share some stuff of your options because at some point I do want to really get back into it. So I think options are the second best thing to complement the futures and stuff like that. Is it? I don't think it's possible to do options through prop firms, right? I don't think so. But hey, guys, I'm really busy with a very good deal for non-US citizens because I'm a non-US citizen with a US company, Edge Clear, to make a really, really good deal commission-wise. Because I use them already for my own live account, and so they asked me like, hey, would you like to be our dedicated broker? I said, well, it depends, because I actually want to stay affiliate link free, as you can see, but that's mainly what I mean with affiliate links free is prop firms and stuff like that. I don't want to be linked to any prop firm because you just don't know if they're going to go rogue in the future. Or even Funding Ticks was a really, really good newcomer, right? And now you see such a good people with a very trustworthy people had attached their name to it, and now I mean, I just don't want to have the risk that people use my code and then get screwed over. So there will be no prop firms links. I don't want to become a car salesman. But if I am using something myself and I know like the service has been excellent all the time and they can make me a good deal that people can save on commissions, I'm like, okay, I'm interested. Tell me more. So I'm working on it. So we're negotiating the contract right now. So I think that looks also well for the channel. It's it's a good company, well known, trustworthy, and I don't want to sell. I can't. I'm not a good car salesman. I'm even. I hate it even to ask for likes. You never hear me. Oh, if you like the stream, please. I just hate it. I'm like, if people want to do it. So I told them very honestly, I can't sell or I don't want to feel like selling something unless it's natural and it's really something good. So I'm working on it. I think it's really going to be a good thing. So it's coming, but I really want to make sure it's a good deal for me. It has to have a benefit to the people and the channel as well. So guys, and then I really want to be able to say, okay, if you sign up through this link, you'll get like maybe even 22% less commission on a in and out trade, for example, an NQ. I think that something like that. At least it has to be a significant amount. So who knows? So we'll get the numbers. We can even make a better deal. So that's what I want to work to. So yeah, well, it benefits me as well. It's not that, but I mean, I leave a lot of money on the table by not doing affiliate links, but I think it's like you become a car, so it's like a wheel, and they start, the moment you start doing that, I think it changes your how you are actually, because you're just pushing, you want to push those codes, and I don't think I just really like that, but. Okay, yes, there are a couple of pro companies to trade, a Maverick and S&B Capital. Okay, gotcha. But it's a good GTNZ. I think it's a good one. I'm going to ask the options as well with the broker that I'm going to work with. Besides the futures, I think it's nice to have a good deal on the options too. But that's the next step. But I think it's a good one to include because I want to trade it as well. Okay, I think we're going to expand. to the upside now. Um, he rejected in here. Let's see. Okay, 3 o'clock, guys. There are so many people who just keep selling stuff, and I'm glad with someone who cares. Yeah, well, yeah, but I just don't want to. Um, I understand if you want. Obviously, I want to make money too, but it's not. I just don't want to become a car salesman, if that makes sense. It has to be all about the charts, and trading is challenging enough already. So it has to be something that really benefits us all. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Michael, if you have a good, I love Funded Next as well, even though I won't use their code. But it's good to have a personal preference, right? Because there's so many options nowadays, and just don't build too big. Just don't build too many big buffers. Get a regular payout, so in case they do go broke, it's not like you build up 50,000 and you're not getting a payout. Just make sure you get your payouts regularly, and just always be prepared that they might go broke at some point. And then you can't get hurt. That's how what I do with Funded Next as well. I just take I just don't build big buffers. I just um, and that's why it's always good to also have your own account. Build your own account while you make money from prop firms. That's what I want to do with the deal that I'm making. Like make sure that okay, if you want to open up a small account, it's possible when you just start with MNQ, for example. And even though if you have like $1,000 or 1,500, you can already start with the MNQ account, and you just build it from there very slowly. Okay, Asia high has been taken. Asia high, Matthias. Hey, welcome to the families, Matthias. The running loss just kills me. Yeah, but it's good to have your own way of working with it. I mean, if you're always aware, it's good, right? Um, there's nothing wrong with the good. I mean, I love prop firms. Don't get me wrong. Okay, we hit 0.5 of this wick now. Let's see if we're going to blast through it and take the previous day high, which is here. Mm. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get a retest or something, because we got a mitigation block here. Yeah. Okay, macro is done. We tap into the first wick here. Okay, let's see. $69. Okay, 640. I think we're not going to go higher than 640. If we do make it to 640, I'm interested in a short from this area here. Yeah. I think this is going to be the high somewhere here. I might turtle soup it with my stop above the previous day high. I think I'm going to turtle. I think I'm going to give it a go. I'm a short here. If we do get up. Let's see. I don't need all those wicks. Those wicks are too much. I already got the logic here. Okay, let's see. It's a nice trade though. Is gold starting to move? Yeah, I really want gold to get a little bit higher in this wick. I'm not interested now. If I miss it, I miss it. But I would want to see it go a little bit higher. Okay, let's see. Come on, make that last push. I don't know if we're going to take out the previous day high yet. I think we might reject first here in this rejection. This might be a rejection block first before it becomes liquidity. It's not equal. This high is higher than this one as well. We could just, let's see what it does. It could go blast through it, but let's see if it rejects here. I think we might have a rejection at 640. Um, 318. Let's see. I'm gonna turtle soup it on paper, just paper for now. My stop is gonna be here, right above the previous thing. Mm, 591. My turtle soup. Let's see. I'm gonna put it above the wick because this will invalidate my trade anyway. Yeah. Okay. Turtle soups always are more risky Well, DBT, listen, they're always more risky because the rejection block might not be a rejection block. So, but your stop is so small that it's easy to, it's always a small loss. So there's no harm, right? Trying it. And if it takes the previous day high, you get in again because then you know the next move will be the low. But it's very small risk. Or you can wait a long time for the previous day high because they might wait for it until New York. Um, the logic is the rejection block. So rejection blocks are my favorites. Look, they also didn't take out the monthly open within 5 points away from it, but they could still take it. I mean, and in all honesty, I think if we once we go through the previous day high, I think we're going to go much higher. I don't think it's a short at previous day high yet, but let's see. I mean, it's a turtle soup, so they could still take me out, but it's such a small risk. So the rejection also could be a small rejection like this, right? So it just goes into the range and then it goes back up. So it could stop me out anyway. So that's okay. It's always very risky. I mean, they're very risky always. And you have to be okay being stopped out because yes, it reacts here, but it could just be like this could be it, that it only needs to do this, right? Because this could be the propulsion block and then it goes back up. Um, so it looks like it might take a little bit to go higher, but it's okay. Are you forming an equal high? Is that what you're doing? I'm very close being stopped out. Very close. It's okay. Hey Thomas, how are you doing? Oh, you have snow? We had a lot of rain all everywhere in South Africa, but today it's nice and sunny again. So it's been really, really bad in some areas. There's been a lot of floodings. I didn't even know about that because I've just been busy. But mm, 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 mm. It looks so bullish to me, to be honest. I mean, look at this here. He's gonna stop me out. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yep. Nicely done, DBT. 6 evals. Wow. Good for you. See, that's why I like this group. If I do a trade, you just do your own thing. You're not influenced. I love that. Well done. Well done. Well done, guys. Did you hear that? Woo! Somebody says woo. Well done, DBT. That was a beautiful move in London. Yeah, not here for the cause. Yes, and I can tell, and that's what I love because I do. Sometimes I do it a little bit on purpose as well. I mean, I'm going just being honest here. Um, and I'm like, okay, and but I know that I love to see that you're still in a trade while I do something which is not that smart. I'm like, okay, I'm taking a risk here, and then you always have to follow your own analysis. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. You learn. Okay, now let's see. Is this a short from here or not? So we formed the most likely the London high now. Hey, Mr. Chaos Factor. 150. 114. So we have still a little bit of a room for the upside in the end walk. We still have this gap here, and we have, if we fill it here, we'll have a lot of buy side, but we still need sell side in the end walk. I did a short from 6945. Are you in a short right now? 69. Where's my ES? Where did my ES go? Three, three, three. I'm not going to short until I have a 5-minute or 15-minute change in the state of delivery. The turtle soup I tried. You know, you don't wait for anything. You just try it because it's such a small stop loss. On a micro, it's just 10 points, right? It was, I think it was 10 points. Yeah, it was 46, 10 points. So I'm always willing to risk that for those kind of moves. Because sometimes you have a clear, because before it just takes those highs, a lot of the times you see it doesn't take those highs out, especially in London, right? So I was thinking, okay, if it could be if we reject here in this wick, what happens a lot of the time, because also this wick was higher than this wick. I thought, okay, we might reject here, and it was also around the 1 standard deviation, but it did not. So it blasted straight through it. So now I would not be very eager to short because we did not reject in this rejection block. We still have a little bit of room to go to the upside on the end walk, and it's very strong. So I would not fade this. And we're still in 4-hour in a 4-hour distribution candle. So I would be a little bit careful. Now, why, if it would be a rejection, I thought it might be a short break of the 4-hour, so we could go back and forth a little bit before it goes on again in the distribution, right? Because this is clearly a distribution candle. But the 4-hour obviously goes back and forth a little bit more. So I thought if we reject in this wick here a little bit, which was around 75% as well, I thought, okay, we go down a little bit and then we continue up maybe at the next macro. That was my thought process. But it just blasted through it, as you could see. So I was just thinking, okay, we go a little bit down and then we continue the move to the upside. But it did not do that. So I would be very careful with the short here right now because it's just showing a lot of strength. And I would just rather wait for a 15-minute or 5-minute change in state of delivery before entering a short. So now you just go with the trend. But in all honesty, it was hard to trade. If I look at it, like if I just follow my logic, where would I got in, right? Where do I have any breaker, a retest, a good entry? I saw it wasn't a short, but where would I have gotten in? But this is a clear AMD. If you look in hindsight, A, M, distribution. There's a mitigation block. Did we retest it really? No. Well, this was actually the trade here, 233. Yeah, went down here above fair value gap. Not in this fair value gap. It just went up, up, up. For me, it's hard to find a good entry, to be honest. If I look at this price action, it's a little bit. Looking at the macro here, we passed through this macro with displacement. Then we went below it again. I guess it would have been midnight and above. I just don't see a good entry where I would really like it. I could see it was going up, but I just don't see a good entry for me to trade it off. We did move away from midnight. Yeah, sometimes having strict rules is also like a down thing, but I still don't mind because, opportunity that suits my trading style always presents itself at a later time then, I guess. So no FOMO here. I don't have FOMO now. I'm very honest when I do have FOMO, and you guys can see it. I look for the sweep of the 9 p.m. candle of the day before. So it didn't fill the gap. Good thing you didn't short. I did try a short. Well, no, good thing that you didn't short. You were the one who was trying to short. I wasn't interested in a short, but I was interested in a turtle soup at that point, right? And it was a paper trade, but I still have to journal it. It's still a loss. It was a paper trade loss, but it was only 10 points. I do try turtle soups, and I journal it. When they work, when they not work. Why did we take out the previous day high? We didn't reject in that candle properly. I guess it was all clear because look at the structure here, right? Well, we didn't even go into it. I mean, it was very strong. I mean, it was still going strong, I guess. I have to journal it very properly. But it's a beautiful move. I want to see how many people did it. How many people took the win? Show me your W. Now, DBT, I know you did it. Well done. I'm very proud of you. Look at the 9-minute candle. How strong. I should have looked at that as well. There was no intention of. This was my area. So here. We're almost at the top of the end walk. Jane, you're holding it to 678. 678. $341. Be careful here. 3, 3. Is that a coincidence, guys? 3, 3, 3. So let's see, it goes all the way into this candle here. So yesterday, ICT posted. I'm sorry, sorry guys, I pushed a little too much, hoping you didn't notice. What did he do? I can't see anything else. Does anyone know what did he do a video or something? Sorry guys, I pushed, it is 13 hours ago. Sorry guys, I pushed a little too much, hoping you didn't notice. But he didn't post on X anything before that time. Did he post a video or did I miss something? 3 days ago, allowing my sons to see and experience real money fluctuate. Seeing 10th of that. I don't know what I have no idea what he's referring to. Okay. I guess on the 9 minute, this is the only entry that I could have taken. That retest at 233 of this area here. Oh, hold on. Bowser, did you take it? Yeah, I missed it, guys. I missed it. I wasn't interested because of all the wicks and on the higher time frame. That's sort of a downside sometimes when you look higher time frame. You do miss sometimes moves, but that's okay. This was the only move for me, 233. So we activated, we went up here, we went over the 233. Well, we did not with the wick though, but let's say this was a change. This was a change in state of delivery here, right over here. Well, technically here already, but this was another confluence, and this is the retest of, I guess, this wick, and then the move up. And this one does go into it here, 248, and then continuation. Again, first presented fair value gap here. This was also a retest of the breaker here. It's 233. 233 would have been the entry. Oh, that's the only entry for me. I like that time. 233. 233. Let's see. Oh, 2. That would only give us 2 here, and that's not really interesting. It's a very small trade. Yeah. Really. He posted some good stuff. A friend told me about the 2016. I've been enjoying it. Yeah, 2016 is the best. I mean, that's just the basics, right? You need that. But where did he post anything? Because I don't see anything on X. But it was because Trump's. I don't. I'm not sure, Eric, if it's because of Trump green. I think it's just I think it's just normal price action. It's just going back to go into the N walk. Let's see what gold is doing. Gold is moving so slow, right? I really wanted to see go into the gap here or into the wick and then maybe give a move to the downside. Still waiting for it. Still waiting. So I missed 100 points. Waiting for a gap fill. I'm actually interested in this area of the gap still. I mean, even though we have buy side now in it on the daily, we still have a lot of we lack a lot of sell side in this N walk. I don't consider this gap filled at all at the moment. It's just buy side, but we still lack sell side. And on the 4-hour, it's a bit tricky because we got buy side, sell side here. The middle part is still open. Here. Um, 524 on the 1 hour. 524. Here we go. Well, I guess TGIF is in play. It was his January 16th post I like about the first presented. Oh, yeah, I mean, the first presented are so awesome. Okay, guys, we're pushing now. I mean, I think we're really now going to go. Let me see if we can get any logic here. Okay, I need a little bit more. There we go. $708. Let's see if we can go to 708. Yeah, if you missed the move, guys, we missed the move. That's okay. Don't have any FOMO. We're just at the start of the day. It's a beautiful move, though. I hope a lot of you guys took it. But there's really no. It's all good. Let's see if we are going to reject at the midpoint of the N walk here. So the event horizon 7. I think this is a nice point. You know, it's always nice to see price move. So if you miss a move like that, 708, let's see if we are going to have a little stop at 708. I love seeing the bullishness because that means at least we're moving and price is just really moving nicely. 708. Yeah, let's see. Especially once you start missing a move like this, you don't want to get in at some point, especially when we took previously high and it's still running. Just let it run. Just let it run. Let it, you know, do its thing until it, you know, tops out and it changes the either it retraces into a certain level to a fair value gap and makes another move, or it tops out and it gives you a, you know, you wait for your 5 or 15-minute change in the state and you just wait. You just be fine with waiting. If you miss it, you miss it. For me, it was a hard entry as well. I mean, it was not easy, even though yeah, in hindsight, it was AMD, but just not clear enough for me to enter at that moment. So 708, did we? Yeah, 709. So I think we might have a little bit of reaction here because we hit the event horizon. It's 354. Let's see if we're going to get the, if this macro is going to be a down macro. We hit the standard 2 deviation. Now let's see if we can finally retest something. I like this area, 653. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna add 125. I think I'm gonna go for a short here. Let me go to the 1 minute quickly. 653. How many points? 653. Two standard deviation. We're in a macro. Maybe I should watch. Equal highs again. It's still very bullish. But I do think we topped out a little bit from now. 27, 8, 653. I'm just not interested in those 40 points. I would rather wait for a 60 to 100 point move again. 653. Are we going to go into this area here? We have a little gap here. Yeah, I think this is going to be, I'll just paper trade it, guys. Stop loss behind. I think so. We're still bullish. I think this is just going to be a small retracement. I think this will be my trade. You go. I'm not doing anything on my account. So I'll just paper trade this in the morning. What time is it? 3:56. 1 minute change in the state. It's only 1 minute. Let's see, 3 minute. Ooh, still bullish. Just a paper trade. I will trade AM session with my account. 3:56, 4 o'clock, new candle coming. So I'm just using the logic of 2 standard deviation. We hit the event horizon. We should have a little bit of a retracement. Well, we should not. It's not. We don't have to, but we've just been running up, up, up. So we're in a macro, but then it has to respect this fair value gap as well. So. If we are going to disrespect that, are we not going lower? 653. On the 1 minute, we already balanced this one out with this wick here. There's 653, 651. We don't need to go here. We already done the work here. Almost 4 o'clock. We might just blast through it again. I think it doesn't need to go here anymore. I think it's already done. See, those retracements are very minor. They're always very small. That's all it's doing. It's still very bullish. Still very bullish. You're so bullish, NQ. We love you. We love NQ. I love NQ. I just, nothing beats NQ. Okay, 4 o'clock. Let's see. Vai tirar o topra revetor. Vai tirar. It's going to turn or top or revert. I think it's a minor retracement. I think it's not much. I think it's just going to. I think we're still bullish, but it's just a retracement, I guess. You see, it's such a large candle on the 1 hour. So See, it's not really, the bodies are not even going lower than. Yeah, I'm getting out. I'm taking. It's too bullish. I mean, look at, they created equal highs, so it's just gonna go. This was the retracement. This was it. This was just it. There's no need to go here. This is already done. NQ being rough for months. Yeah, you know, DBT. It's so funny that even this is actually just straightforward price action, and we're just not used to this anymore. I'm like, oh my god, where's the, it's just going. I'm like, oh my god, it's going to now, you know, take out the previous day high without manipulation just in front of it. I'm not used to that anymore. I'm like, oh my god, this is just almost old-fashioned price action again, right? But it's pretty clean. I mean, if you look at the move to the upside, I mean, here you see this gap here. You have a flat bottom here, and it's already the manipulation of this candle was here already, and also this has been weak. So this area is, it doesn't need to go back into this area. This is balanced. So I think it's just going to continue now. Maybe up to 2.5, maybe even up all the way to this end walk. So it's just going to maybe blast through this one and then go up here. Let's see. 731. Gnarly pop. Yeah, it's most likely going to pop again up to beautiful. It's just a beautiful move. I mean, there's a long time ago that we had this in London, right? I mean, 731. 773. There's also a weekly midpoint and a daily midpoint and a 10 o'clock at 7:33ish. So let's see. Maybe I might take a long as well on that last push, but 352. So the macro itself didn't do much, but that's okay. That means sometimes after 10 past 4, it starts pushing again. Created a nice fair value gap at 1 past 4. Created equal highs during a macro, also very important. When did it form these highs, right? So 352, 353. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We love you. Who doesn't love NQ? I'm an ES fan. Well, we love you too. We love ES too. They're sort of like, related. So you've got to love ES also a little bit. I mean, they go together, right? We cannot have one without the other. And they know that we need people to love ES, and some people need to give NQ because everybody loves NQ only. ES is going to feel left out. So that's good that we have people loving ES too. They're like brother and sister, right? You have to give them equally love. Okay, let's see. I don't think the macro is going to do a lot more, but what have we seen lately? Let's wait after 10 past. Let's wait. Actually, to be honest, if I look now in hindsight, or obviously in hindsight, um, I should not have missed that move. You know why? Look here, what happened at 10 o'clock in the afternoon. We have a similar situation, and the two had the distribution here exactly the same, right? On the 4 hour, we had exactly the same situation. The 2 o'clock did the manipulation, the 10 o'clock did the manipulation, and the two was the distribution. It was exactly a copy of this price action here. You see that? And I managed to get that morning the 10 o'clock. It was so clear, but it is just a copy of this here. 10 distribution at 2. 10 distribution at 2. And we engulf the gap. It was clear for me it wasn't a short, but I did miss the long. Look at this area here, the wick. But the 4 hour was actually quite, should have given the here and the distribution, because we were still on the upside. There was still we had a change in the state of delivery on the 4 hour, so there was no. It was definitely not a short, and I said it was not a short. So why didn't I go long? Doesn't make sense, right? We're still distributing up. It's actually quite clear. That's why you journal, and you reverse engineer, and then you look. Okay, what did I miss? Right? Okay, and where could I? Now I'm still sticking to what I said. It's hard for me to enter, but it was still a 100-point move. You never know. Well, um, price was bullish. The 1 hour here, the two, this broker. If you missed the 2 o'clock, the 3 o'clock still gave a good entry as well. Here on the 1 hour, this little wick here, the manipulation. this wick. This area was important. Let me just go over this area. So an order block, if you, let me reverse engineer. This is an order block. This, I marked this one little, this gap here on the 3 o'clock. That was actually the retest of the order block, but also we went over it here at 255 within a macro, and we retested it here. So this was also a trade entry. This was very clear on the 5-minute. This should have been my entry in this wick here, because if you play the manipulation move, you always want a manipulation of the candle here. And order block is nothing else than a change in the state of delivery. So if you missed this one at 2 o'clock, which I missed, I should have gotten the one at 3 o'clock. So we formed an order block, 5-minute order block in the 250 macro. We traded through it, we activated the order block, and we retested it here. Order blocks, change in state of delivery. That's what an order block is. Nothing else. And I was looking at this. I wasn't looking at this here, so that was my mistake. 5-minute order block. Missed the order block. 3-minute. So the 3-minute was a little bit more difficult here because I was looking at the retest. The same thing. I mean, here it is, 3 o'clock printed, and this one here. I think I had the 3 o'clock on my screen, but I did not register this. But this is a clear. This is very bullish. And then 3 o'clock prints just above it, and the little wick below it. And it's the same in the macro here. Now I understand that I missed this one because this wick doesn't touch this area here, so that's why I didn't see it as a retest. But I should have added this one here. Okay, this is going to be Okay, we have SMT on the highs now. Chris, welcome to the family. Okie dokie, let's see now. Oh, Alex, I just had to install a few new drivers. I had to lower my quality a little bit and change my settings in OBS. Because apparently because I'm monetized, YouTube adds a lot of layers. So that's why the stream did not go well. But at some point I need to invest in some better hardware, I guess, to maintain the quality that I want and still stream without lagging and without freezing and being a robot, which I started to become. But it took me all day. I was like, oh my God, I was just, well, and I missed London and stuff like that. It was very stressful. But I think it's fixed for now. But we have to at some point change some stuff again, and then, but all in due time. This is now the main thing that I can stream without freezing and without cracking, right? Okay, gold still in the same area. Not interested in gold at the moment. Still waiting because I really am looking for a short, but I think we might go higher first. We'll see. Let's see how high we're gonna go on gold. And Q is strong, baby. The baby is strong today. I love seeing NQ being so strong again. I mean, it's been such a weird times with just, back and forth, and now it's just showing strength again. We haven't seen that for such a long time. Just really like just going, going, going onward. Now the question is, what news do we have today? What's going to happen in AM session? Are we gonna? Today is 22, right? Oh, we've got 8:13 news. Nice. And 10. Yeah, so guys, just stay bullish until you have your confirmation of change in the state, right? So if you have a 5-minute or even a 15-minute, just stay bullish until you really have confirmation of your market structure shift on the higher time frame, preferably 5 or 15 minutes. And until that moment, you just stay bullish until price action tells you differently. We've got another N walk right over here, 731, which also, I think that's 4 hour fair value gap. Oh no, that's higher. Yeah, that's 2.5 standard deviations. So also hot midpoint of a wick. So let's see if this is the point where we might get a stronger reaction. 729. 729. 729. But we might not even get there now. Let's see if we're still hanging out in this area. What time is it now? 4:19. Who has FOMO? Oh, Jane, thank you so much for hanging out. Does anyone feel FOMO for missing this move? I'm just it's not a question of being right or wrong, but I'm just curious because I used to have FOMO when I used to miss a move like this. Now I totally don't. I just reverse engineer until to look, okay, what did I miss? How could I do better? And I journal obviously my turtle soup that was wrong. But now I don't feel FOMO at all for missing the move. Bowser, you don't have FOMO. Well, Bowser is bankrupting all the. He's actually the cause of all the prop firms going bankrupt right now. So it's a good thing. We should be happy that Bowser wasn't ready to trade in the morning. Otherwise, we had another few prop firms that will go bankrupt today. So thank you, Bowser, for sleeping in and not taking this move. Otherwise, another two prop firms will go down. So at least we still have the AM session before they notice that somebody is running their banks dry, right? So yeah. Mm. But it's totally normal to feel FOMO in a move like that when you miss it and you don't find a proper entry. Because where will it stop, right? You don't know. Is it going to stop at this event horizon? It's going to stop at the next N walk, or is it just going to go up, 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 up? And you don't want to catch a falling knife. Yeah, I've seen them. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I'm saying. That's why DBT. I said it's a good thing that he wasn't ready. Otherwise, he would already bankrupted all the other a few other prop firms today before even New York started. Yeah, he's doing very, very well. But the point I want to make, if you know, if you have like a model and you know, like if you wait for a specific structure and you miss it, you don't get worried in the sense because you know it, your setup will present itself again, and then it will be there in a little bit clearer way. So it's like a bus, right? And for me, if I see NQ making a move like this, and it just makes me very happy. That, but this is all trend line. Look how beautifully this is. We might have a really really nice move to the downside. Um, and back to 653ish. Let's see, where was it? Somewhere here. Let's go to the higher time frame. Well, we could go back all the way up to here, maybe to this area here. You know, because I thought we might reject here, but maybe we get a nice rejection in this area back and to go further up. But we'll see. Um, It could hit up the upper end on the 27th of October. Oh, we have more NWorks there that need some, have unfinished business. 27th of October. Oh, I still have an NDog up here, by the way. Let me see, where is it? Talking about unfinished business, where's my, no, did I, see, I lost all my charts because of, where are you? This is a lot of information here, but damn, I lost all, oh, here we go. Yeah, disregard, um, I'm gonna mark, I need to change this one. This needs to go back into my chart. I need this one. This is, we've got unfinished business in this end dog here. So I've got to get all that stuff back. As you can see here on the daily, there's nothing, we have nothing here. No sell side, no buy side on the daily. Only wicks. So this is also still, but we have to go through these wicks. So I'm still expecting slow price action here. Um, we are in end dog now. Bowser, your stats are insane. Yes. Bowser, do you trade your own account as well? Do you have your own account? Do you trade or only prop? I can't remember. Okay, let's see if we can. This is Asia. Cloud is from 4 to 8. Okay. I like 2.5 because also calculating from Asia, we got 2.5 here as a high. So, and it's also the N walk. I will start. No, I used to, but I have to have. No, I used to, but I have to. High risk appetite for personal. You have too much of a high risk appetite for personal. That's what you want to say. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah. Well, leave some. Just leave a few of those. Yeah. So, Bowser, are you from the States or not? I can't. I remember. Jay, be careful with saying, because if it's wrong, you need to pay back everyone, right? If you give a tip like that. But I agree. I agree. Yes, Miss. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't. Yeah. I must agree with Jay a bit that we might hit the high for now. We might retrace, but I still would be a little bit careful. I mean, I turtle soup once and it didn't work, so I would rather wait for a 5 or 15 change in state. But it could be just a nice retracement here. But is it a minor retracement or is it going to be a big retracement? We are between 2 and 2.5 standard deviation. 2.5 is exactly the N walk. We went into a little gap here as well. We did not go into the. Did we go into the gap here? Let me see. Where's the gap here? We didn't tap into the gap, so I would still be a little bit careful here. I mean, we look like we are going to get. Let's see if we can break through this one here. It's 429. Yeah, I'm not gonna attempt any short until I really have a good confirmation. It's so strong at the moment. It's gonna. It is a nice level though, but I'm not gonna take the risk at all at this moment. ES, we also don't have any. Do we have SMT? Not really. Do we have any SMT? SMT with our beautiful ES. Oh, we do actually with YM on the 1 hour, but is it enough? Yeah, I would I would rather wait a little bit longer, I guess. Oh, you made 12K today on that loan. Well done, well done. Yeah, but you don't want to pay it back to everyone if your advice is wrong, right? Pode venderse medo agora. How did you fix? Oh, Bowser, it was I I used ChatGPT. Actually, I must say ChatGPT was very helpful this time. I had to change some drivers. Then I had to give back on some quality of the stream, and now it's fine. But I still want to go back to, now I have a 720 stream, but I want to go back to 1080. But I think I need to invest in some other hardware, because since the monetization is just a little bit too, I don't think my laptop can take it so much. So, but we'll see. But at least it's not crackling now, and it's fine, right? So we'll see. So what I'm thinking, I like this level for a retracement. I agree with you, but look at the left. Are you seeing my chart? Hold on, let me show you what I'm looking at. Um, why is my chart not moving on OBS? Which chart am I in? Oh, here. Is it this one? Okay. Okay, guys, I want to show you something why I would not be eager for a short, even though I would love a short from here. But let's go to the 15. I'm looking at this area here. Chop. Where are we now? Here. So I do think this is either a good area for it to go back into the range, but it could also chop a little bit before it goes into the range. And I would think we might have um, a manipulation move maybe for the AM session, and then I would love it to go further up. Finally, in my end dog, in this doggy. Where's my doggy? Where's my cute doggy? Here. Oh, I've been waiting for you such a long time. I've been waiting for you such a long time already. And the last time I was playing this, let me show you on the 15. When was it? When was it? Here. 15th of January. It just tapped into it. Didn't go into it. Here. Here. We went into it. Halfway. So I'm waiting for this area. I'm really desperately waiting for this area to be filled. 2680. How far are we now? Okay, so I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for you, and dog. You dog, I'm waiting for you. Hey, Ajay, thank you. Thank you. Demi, so no, I missed the long, and for me, I missed the long, and London is not going to give it to me anymore. But I will be hesitant now also, because we see on the left, you always look to the left. Sometimes it does not mimic it, but if you are at an area here, it's either a short or it's accumulation now. So let's just watch how the 15-minute has been behaving. You see it's not really moving away. So we got 2.5 standard deviation here, and also an end walk, but the bodies are still below this end walk. So yes, I do agree with Jay. Like, okay, it could be a short, but you see it's not really moving away right at the moment. So so just look at the 15 and see, like, okay, are we going to go short? Is it going to be a choppy short? But you want a low resistance short, right? You don't want to be back and forth in a short that it's just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We also have a wick here. If there would be no wick here, it also would be a little bit different for me here, and we've got a wick here. So look, where are the imbalances? There's no imbalance here. There's no imbalance here. We have a fair value gap here. We have a fair value gap here. But does it need to go? It needs to go through these then. We need a low resistance liquidity run for that. So also mind you that this is a 4-hour distribution candle. We only have 1 more hour to go. So if it has 1 more hour to go, it's same like with TGI. It's the same like with TGIF. It's just OHLC. Like, what is the retracement of that candle going to be, right? Now we filled this N walk with buy side on the 4-hour or on the 1 hour. Now, does it? If we go back into the range, we don't have that fill anymore. So you have to ask yourself, what does the market want to do? Does it want to keep this N walk filled or not? If we're going back into the range, we have another wick. So the question now is it's Thursday today, right? What does the market want to do? If it wants to go higher and continue higher, we most likely we want the close to be above the N walk. So can we expect a big move to the downside then at this moment? So you have to think about this. What do we want to have done with this N walk? What's the purpose of the move through the N? If people say, oh, we need a fill through the N walk. Yes, we do. We want buy side. So do we want the price to go back into the range and close below this? Not really, right? Sometimes it happens and then you have another wick. And then we might go back up again. It's all possible, but is it more likely that we're going to have a close above the N walk now? If you look at the 4-hour, think about the 4-hour, what's happening? Just look what happened here, right? We had the same manipulation yesterday at the 9:30 open, and then we had a nice distribution. Now we had the same thing here, and now we have another distribution to the upside. So would it be, does it make sense that price would go back into the N walk and close here without, well, it could be that we just have half of it. Let's go to the 1-hour, let's see. See, the 1-hour is filled. The 1-hour now is done, but the 4-hour could still retrace right into it. So the question is the 4-hour going to mimic the 1-hour? So that means there won't be any close below the in the N walk. So no more wicks. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? If you look at the 1-hour and the 4-hour, so the 1-hour now has a full body closure. It's close, but the 4-hour, if we go back into the range, we want a 4-hour closure as well above the range. So I look at the 1-hour. I wouldn't be surprised we're going to get this for 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. We are at 440. And before the open, we might have a move up or down. So I wouldn't be surprised we're going to get this price action from now on until New York open. So the 4-hour also will close above the N walk. Exactly, the PhD understands, but it also matters on what time frame, right? People always say, oh, we need to go through it. No, we don't need to go through it. We need to have a balance, means buy side, sell side. But it's not only on the 15, you have to look at what time frame, what is it doing on the 4 hour? What is it doing on the daily? On the daily, we only have buy side now, right? We don't have sell side yet, only wicks and buy side. So, but hey, it could go back into the range and we have another wick. It could be possible because it happens a lot of the times. But it depends. What does the market want to do now? Are we going to go continue higher? Then it wants this to be balanced or not, or just have buy side and maybe with the TGIF we get the sell side in it, right? So that's why sometimes when I say, oh, I want a 4 hour distribution through that level, I want a 4 hour distribution through that level. So that's how I managed to frame my 4 hour distribution trades, looking at all these things and all these levels, all those gaps. For me, gaps are even more important than liquidity at the moment, how I frame my trades. But yeah, this is interesting. Just watch where the 4 hour candle is going to end and what it did. If it goes back into the range, or is it going to stop? Because then you have your signal that is very bullish. When we have a 4 hour close above the N walk, that is a very bullish signal for continuation to the upside, right? If we start getting more wicks, it will maybe tell us, oh, we got more indecisiveness coming in the New York session, right? But if we get a 4 hour close above this, we might get another continuation candle, just same like this structure. So sell on gold now. No, I'm not really eager to sell on gold at the moment. We did go into the wick a little bit, but I don't know. We did go here into this fair value gap. Yes, I agree. I don't know. I wouldn't be I'm not too eager on the. But just, it's not one pass through. It's not like, oh, we are running through some gap. It's not one. It's a balance. It's about being balanced, guys. Buy and selling. You want to buy, you want to sell, down close candle, up close candle, and also on all time frames. So not only on one time frame. So if that makes sense. That's a lot of sauce today. So that's why, Jay, I'm not too eager for that short on NQ. Just looking at the 4 hour, it wouldn't make sense if we would go all the way down again, but it could go back up before the close of the hour. Yes, could be. But this is also a way how they induce people to go short all the time and they rip their faces off because they're just not going down, right? So this is also an area that everybody wants to go, oh, we're going up so much, we're going to go short, we're going to go short, we're going to go short. And then, it sort of like induces it. It's sort of like makes people think that it's a short, but it's just not going to move that much. It's just going to most likely consolidate for a while. Yeah, I think also that the reversal might be somewhere higher, maybe even, I don't know, we got a 2.5 standard deviation here. We might get a nice retracement here. But I would love for it to go higher finally. And I mean, I've been waiting such a long time for this area, this dog, this end dog. That will be what level is that? That's all the way up here. Maybe a bit much to ask for today, right? Can we manage to do that? We might touch it again. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we just have to take it step by step. 2.5, 4, and we have this fair value gap here and an inversion beautifully. So let's just wait and see, guys. This gal is going to go to the beach. Going to have some nice walk. I need some I need to do some stuff, and we'll be back. So yeah, I'll do my pre-market prep with a few people, and then after 10 o'clock I'll be live again for the rest. So I hope to see you again. Just be careful, guys. If you don't see your trade, just wait. No FOMO. If you're not sure about the short or the long, just don't over leverage. Paper trade, we missed the long. I missed the long, and Bowser missed the long as well. But be happy about that, though. And thank you, Ajay, for the compliment about the stream. Yes, it's clear finally, but I had to give in on some quality. It's 720p now instead of 1080. But the main thing was being clear. Hey, make money online. I'm doing great. Missed the long though, but all good. We'll be prepared for the New York session, and I hope you're doing well as well. I love to see NQ showing so much strength again. I'm happy to see it. And it looks like we're finally breaking out of that higher time frame consolidation area. It's been we're going back and forth a lot, which is a seasonal time of year as well. But hey, 007, your live stream gets me locked in and focused on the charts. Appreciate the consistency. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, also just being not in a trade, and I don't worry about it if I miss a trade. Like, oh my God, what are people going to think about me that I miss a trade? It's part of being a trader, right? Sometimes you just don't see it, or your trade is not there. But look at the 15. It is a clear AMD. But if you don't see it, and I missed that order block, and I'm very focused on breakers lately, so I didn't really see a proper setup. Well, if I look in hindsight again, I can see it again here, but doesn't matter. It's all about just being okay, missing a trade, staying focused, no FOMO, because that was my weak spot as well. FOMO, over trading, not getting emotional of missing a trade. And I guess that's also part of what I want to achieve with this stream. Keeping each other out of losing trades. We would rather miss a trade than have losing trades. No, I don't. I'm fine with. Listen, make money online. The advantage for having just one chart, for me, it was NQ, was an absolute game changer when I moved from stocks away to just NQ. And I know levels on NQ very, very well, and I feel very comfortable because I just been trading NQ for 3 years. Now I added gold because I do the stream and people like it. So I branched out to 2 things now, and that's more than enough for me. So it's better to focus on 1 or 2 and get really good at those charts, and then you branch out. If I manage to have gold really, really well, I might. Now, for now, silver is just going to be my SMT and my confluence. But I hear that silver rips a lot of people's faces off, and I would rather have 2 instruments that I know really, really well, and I can focus on it. So the fact that your comment, if I don't like money, that's a little bit stupid, to be honest, because I make a lot of money with NQ. I live of it. I have my dream life because of NQ. So why would I deviate to something else if I already do really, really well? I don't need more money. So, just branching out, because there's money to be made in every instrument. I mean, you can do anything. So, but no silver on. I'm not going to do any silver. It's only gold and NQ, and it's more than enough for me. So, and I can live of it. So that's it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna live my dream life. I'm gonna go to the beach, spending my money that I made yesterday, and get ready for the AM session. And I'll see you back soon. If you have any questions, you can drop me a DM in the Discord, or I'll see you back in the stream. And yeah, just be careful, guys, with shorts at the moment. Just really wait for 15 minutes. I would almost say after a move like this, you want a 15-minute change in state of delivery of market structure shift before we change the direction, okay? But I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. You're the best. I've got the best chat here. Ciao, ciao.